Okay. What is happening, my peoples? How do you do? I see that we're hovering around 18. I was going to see if we could get over 20, but let's leave it there. What's up, my RC nerdlings? How's everybody doing tonight?
Dave
on this fine Monday evening?
Dave grinded the 12-pack. I could only stop in.
Dang, is those your dogs? Is that your dogs? What the hell?
Welcome to the zoo. But yeah, I could only. Happy birthday, Dave, by the way.
Yes, very happy birthday to Dave Marshall. Very happy.
I could only stop in and say hi. I had homework. I wanted to get all my homework done before I had to do the show.
I was in Burnerland myself.
Look at me.
I had to get some international orders sent out to Ireland today, the UK, and Canada. And I see a nice shiny teeth.
I'm braceless finally.
It's nutty them.
Oh,
congratulations.
Yeah. That was great, but that appointment, the worst.
Did they have to hammer them off?
No, they cut them off, and the worst part is they cut them, but then sometimes you get like pieces that'll go flying into you. It hurts like hell.
Yeah.
The worst part is they polish the glue off your teeth, but they want to get rid of all the extra residue, so they take water and they drop hydrogen peroxide in it, and they make you swoosh in your mouth. It's like, nasty.
Yeah, I remember that. It's nasty. It's not a good taste. It's nasty. And if you have any minor cut or anything in your mouth, it really burns.
Ugh.
And then it smells like ass. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, when
I mean, it's
I had never done that before, and I sipped it. And I was like, oh, that's not bad. And then it set in. I was like, oh, man.
So I'm looking at the chat. Let me say howdy to all the people that are showing up. I have a mouse that works finally instead of that crappy mouse that make me click shit I didn't want to. And I'm cussing and I start to cuss, and I'm doing it myself. So anyway, Mike SSI, what's up? Shadow Ops, I'll get back to you about the batteries. Jermaine Spencer, GB Linden's Random Reviews. That's a funky channel. I haven't seen that on here. I know GB has more channels, but he must be trying to get that one to go. What's up, GB? Nathaniel Pulling, David Snyder, Plains Archery Table Tennis, Jeff and Laura, Alabama. Did I say David Snyder already? George Watts, Mike SSI, I think I did. William Mergita. You're always there whenever I do anything. Thank you very much for showing up at all of my premieres, all that stuff. Much appreciated. The hilarious RC Air Marshal who was cracking me up today. He and Andy were in rare form today on their show.
I couldn't watch, man. I wish I could.
It was funny. Barry Campbell, Alan Gentry, my fellow Californian Alan Gentry. Who else? Michael Reitza, Michael Statler. Who else? I think I've got pretty much everybody mentioned. Paul Hatcher.
Make 21 away so I can just sit and be full.
Okay. Paul Hatcher, you have an invoice with me that hasn't been paid. It's just sitting there pending. I haven't done anything yet because it's been sitting there. So if you do want the burner still, go back and approve that. Approve the invoice I sent you. Mike Kennedy, what's up? Randy Huffins, man, I've been missing your show. You've been out doing stuff every time. Hanger 51, what's up? Yeah, so EQRC, what's happening? So, guys, as I say in the beginning of most shows, sorry. Jesus, that thing's loud. Sorry, headphones users, that was loud. This is the beginning part of the show where you can ask questions. So, anybody has a question, feel free to ask. This is the time.
Feel free to ask me any questions about my favorite airplane.
Yeah, Nate likes to talk, so if you have anything to ask him, get him to talk.
Hey. least
I didn't say anything was wrong with it. Funny thing is,
at least I'm not some like dumb quiet kid. I know how to talk to people. That could be a good and bad thing.
That's fine. I'm not saying anything wrong with it. Yeah. Joe Blood, what's happening? So Shadow Watch, you're liking those batteries, eh? Yeah, those battery prices have come down a lot, and Rhino have always been a decent battery, but they've actually gotten better as of late.
I've never really messed with Rhino.
Cool.
I've never messed with Rhino batteries.
I did in the beginning, and they weren't all that great. But as of the last like 2 years, Rhinos have gotten pretty good. They're not that bad. I don't use them, but I know other people do.
I love this MiG-21.
Paul Hatcher, I sent you one. I might have sent it to this. I think I sent it to I think it was you. I'll have to look. Because I've seen an invoice just sitting there pending. I'll have to go look and see.
Didn't this one of the smart checkers that gave away go to Paul Hatcher? I think it did, yeah. Yeah, I remember I did.
Maybe it did, but I think he ordered a burner.
No, I also gave away a smart checker on one other channel, and I think Paul won it.
Oh, okay.
When smart checkers were the thing, they still are. But when if you didn't have a smart checker this time, you were broke. So I was giving them away.
Yeah. Shadow Ops, that's a dang good deal. What C were those batteries? $8.99 is a killer price.
$8.99 for what?
3S 2200s.
Shit. You can get those Ovonic packs on Amazon for cheap. You can get like for $20. You can get 2 3S 2250C packs that are actually light and they're really good. They're just as light as a smart pack. Ovonic, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul Hatcher says it was for Dave's RC thing. Night.
Oh yeah.
For his
I remember Dave was on. He was on one that night too. Like usual.
Yeah, Dave's is always an adventure.
Hey, makes it fun.
Yep. Low flyer, what's happening? Yeah, 25C 2200 is more than most planes use 2200s. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. So I didn't blast the link out for my channel this time, so there may or may not be a whole lot of people in here today, and it's kind of late on a Saturday. I mean, on a Monday anyway. So it's all good. What's up, Victor? The Fred Barron.
The MiG looked good. I watched that video. Looked good.
So anybody else have any questions before we get started with what I was going to talk about this evening? Because I will still give some time before I get started. Nothing really super spectacular, but I just decided to do something this weekend, and it ended up working out pretty good.
Good thing, because you spent way too much time on it.
I decided to, yeah, but it was worth it because it was fun after I was done with it.
Oh, here we go. Here's a question.
I don't like
Nate, why is the MiG your favorite plane? George Watts. MiG-21 is my favorite plane just because it can do anything. Like I said, MiG-29 is amazing. But that one is better. Well, it's not better. But I just love it because you can do whatever you want with it. It's that kind of plane where you can just throw anything at it. You can be going hella fast, you can go really slow. My favorite thing about it is, you could be going straight. You could pull full up elevator. That I don't know how to explain it really. It's just you can do anything you want with it. The low.
Yeah, it's one of those It's one of those the few planes where you can bang the sticks around.
Thanks.
And it's not going to bite you. It's not going to bite you. If you're going full speed and you yank full elevator, it's just going to go up. It's not going to do anything.
You have your throat set right. But Ray can attest to this. My favorite thing to do is go high alpha and go really low. And Saturday, I actually scraped the ventral fin on the ground, which was hella cool.
Yep. And then when you get low enough, then when you punch out, then there's a big cloud of dust that goes up too, which is cool.
Yeah, Fred Barron, wide fly on look. See, the MiG-29 is amazing. The MiG-29 is like that close behind. It's just, you can't do everything with it, and it's huge. It eats up two packs in one flight. The MiG-21 is my new throw it in the car and go kind of jet, along with the F-35. Yeah, the MiG
we got some good F-35 time.
The MiG-21's that kind of, or the MiG-29's the MiG-29 is unique to what it is.
Mm-hmm. The thing I've noticed about the MiG-29 is that it's fast. It doesn't really want to slow down. I mean, you're cruising around at half throttle, and I'm having to freaking floor it in order to catch up to you.
Have you done a Cobra with anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it with the MiG-21. You can do a Cobra on takeoff. You can take off with full flaps, pull straight up, the tail sag, and you push over. It's really cool. That's actually how I killed my.
Do what?
That's how I killed my Freewing Super Scorpion. I had the Freewing Super Scorpion years ago that had giant stabilators, and to get it to fly tame, you had to dial them down to 40%. And I was flying it. This is when I first started flying Livermore. You hadn't even been flying there yet. And I was like, I wonder what happens when I go to full throw. And I was going to do a Cobra with it, and I went full throw, which they went 90 degrees. And I pulled up, the plane sagged, stalled, and then it went into I was way too low. It basically stalled, and then it started spinning, and that was the end of the story. It was kind of funny, but yeah,
so the planes you can do the Cobra with, the MiG-21, that's usually my crazy man takeoff. MiG-21, I've done it with the F-22.
Mm-hmm,
what other plane? The F-18. I can do it with that, with the 80 F-18.
I bet you the MiG-29 will do some good Cobras. It's going to be a good Cobra plane is the Griffin.
The first plane to do the Cobra was the MiG-29. That's what started the whole Cobra.
I'll try a Cobra with my MiG-29 this weekend. I've done the Cobra.
Make sure you're really high. Yeah. Make sure you're really high. High up in the air with altitude. Hamilton, what's happening? Got your package out. You will have
Hamilton, what's up?
Attitude. You will have your Hamilton. You will have your package this week.
Are we announcing what we're doing?
It is on the way. So, if we're done with questions, if there are any more questions, I see there.
I hope that answered your question, George, about why. I hope that answered your question about why the MiG-21 is at the top and the MiG-29 is right behind.
Yeah. MiG-29. Well, see, that's a cool thing about that 21. Like you said, you can do anything with it. Anything.
That's the only reason.
And whoever it was that said I look tired, I am tired.
The only reason the 29 is not at the peak is because it can't do everything. The only thing that it can do that the 21 can is flat spin. And do that crazy flip over.
Shadow Ops. I do make the afterburner for specific outrunners. This is one of them. This is the fan out of the Avios Mig-17. But see, it works because it has a covered outrunner. So there's an outrunner in there, but this clips over it. So that's the only way that an outrunner can work with my burner. Now the Freewing, they have a cone on theirs that works as well. But for the most part, most of the outrunners, no, I do not make burners for, unless they're covered like this or like the Freewing, which there are a few. The FMS outrunner for the 90. I can do that as well.
Just ask RC Air Marshal what happens when you have an afterburner that goes over an exposed outrunner. Just ask him. He'll tell you. I can't say it. He'll tell you though.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. Don't do that.
It's not a good thing.
No.
George has another question for you.
Yeah, I choose not to do it. Let's see, George, what did he say? Where is it?
He's asking if you're ready to ship his MIG burners.
Yeah, it's going out, I think today. I have it out there today. So, I mean, it's tonight now. I have it packaged up, and it'll be put in the mail tonight, which will be the same as going out tomorrow. But yeah,
there you go, George.
Crazy busy.
The fiery booty.
Yeah, I'm sending a crap ton this week. I came home early for an appointment, and then I had to do some stuff today. And then got the internationals done, which are the hardest to do because I have to go to the post office and wait in line to actually deal with people to do with that. So those are the hardest. But the others, I can go to the automated machine any time of day and get them printed out and put them on. And that's what I've done for the others. So still lots going out. Any other questions? Anything I've missed? All good. One of them so great to the end. What plane are you talking about, Shadow Ops? As long as it's a Freewing outrunner, I can do that. But most of the outrunners, I don't do it. Just because I don't want to affect the thrust, and I don't want to have anything that could get in the way of rubbing on that motor or doing any weird stuff. Also, by the way, Gary S., that's cool. You got the gripping going. I have one on order.
Yeah, mine's coming too, but I'm probably gonna have to wait till Christmas. So.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be here this week. Depending on, they said they shipped it as soon as I ordered it. So you shall see. That will be a booty.
You guys want to see some?
That'll be
shout out to Nate, bro. Yeah, I do have a sunglasses tan. If you guys shout out to Ray's wife Julie. Look at this photo. The MiG-29, the fiery booties. That's on climb out after takeoff.
That's only one, too. You should see the others. The one with the light. That's one with the light. There's another one with the light. Yeah, EQ. I'm really close to being caught up. But I am telling everybody just to be safe. There's a 3 to 4 week wait, just in case I do get backed up, so that people don't have too high expectations. Considering that I'm only one person.
What? Wait. What, David Schneider? Do what? Do what with my MiG? Which one?
What are you talking about?
He was talking about doing something with my MiG. You guys need help programming those canards on the grip and hit me up. I already got them programmed, Dave. Thanks, though. I mean, it's pretty easy.
That's one thing people don't realize about canard planes, too. The canards are what set the way the plane flies. The attitude, it sets the attitude of the plane. A good portion of the way the plane flies. If those things are set wrong, the plane's going to fly slow, or it's going to nosedive, or it's going to tuck, or it's going to do other stuff. So you've got to figure out where that, where the canards are happy. Otherwise, the plane won't fly right. Doesn't matter how much power you give it. If you don't get the canards right, the plane's not going to fly right.
Yeah, if you have them set like, if they're set too far up, they'll act like air brakes.
Yeah, and the plane will fly with its nose either down or up, one or the other.
Yeah, but the mixing's pretty easy. You just if you want to have them all independent, you have to make 4 mixes, 2 elevator mixes and 2 aileron mixes. So I got it already programmed. Here's a booty vid. Oh god. But
hopefully it's the fiery booty vid, not a girl booty vid.
It's a YouTube link, so it's not something bad. Hopefully.
That's all right. I'm kidding.
But,
what's up, Spencer Keith?
Oh, I see, David. Wait till Christmas. Yeah. I'll probably have the Griffin by the end of this month.
Yeah, guys. Also, RC Air Marshal brought that up. He is like the guru at programming stuff, especially when it comes to the AR636, AR637, and all those programmable AS3X receivers. He's the man to go to for that. So be sure to take him up on his offers because he's pretty good.
I can actually. Let me just open. I already made a Griffin model because as soon as I know I'm getting the plane, I put it in my radio. Freaking Mike's hilarious.
Do they give you they give you programming instructions for it or no?
No, I just know how to do it. Also, because I watched James' video.
Alrighty then. So they do. That's what I was asking.
But the
all right. So while Nate is fiddling.
So if the way James said to do it on Spectrum, so if you're running the canards independently, so you have them on roll and pitch, you pick the two channels you want to be your canards, and you go into your channel assign and you inhibit them. So that my canards are going to be aux2 and aux3. So I inhibited those channels in channel assign. And then the mixes are, since we're going to have them on pitch and roll, you have an aileron to auxiliary 2 mix, an aileron to auxiliary 3 mix, an elevator to auxiliary 2, and an elevator to aux3. So you basically have 2 aileron mixes and 2 elevator mixes.
That's not too bad. That's
easy.
That's not too bad.
And I don't have the travel set, right? I just have them activated. I'll just have to mess with it when I get the plane. Oh yeah, and make sure also when you're doing the mix, make sure you set your trim to active so that the canards will trim too. Because if you have them, only the elevons trim, it'll fly hella weird. So make sure this is what the mix looks like. These hundreds, I'm probably gonna have to change one to negative, but I just have it set now. But if you look at my menu, you can see they're working. The aux2 and aux3, they're working in pitch and roll. So
yeah.
That's it.
The Fred Barron, she's getting a little more involved with me with the RC stuff, mainly setting up website, working on T-shirts, taking pictures. She took some awesome pictures this weekend, and I'm going to post them a little bit. I forgot to post it as my background, but so yeah, she's getting involved as far as that. 'Cause I don't know about the flying side of it. I have a plane she can fly, but I don't know if she's going to bother with that yet. But she does want to get more involved with what we're doing. She came out and took pictures on Sunday.
Yeah, if you guys need help programming the Griffin, either go to Dave or James has a video on how to do it on Spectrum and on Futaba. So,
cool.
Serious, cool. I am an TX guy too, but nowhere near ready for the Griffin.
So I'm gonna make the.
You'll like the 86 Shadow.
I'm gonna make the EDF cam full screen here, but you'll still be able to hear us. So as I was saying earlier, I had my trusty MiG-17 here on the stock setup for a while, which is right here. This is the stock 12 blade that comes with it. I've had it in there since I first got the plane a little over a year ago, I think. Yeah, and there's crap in there. I didn't know that. I think that's from when I was flying at, yeah, that's right. I sucked up weeds when I was flying at PCC. Gotta get all that crap out. It doesn't matter because I'm not using it anymore. But there's a fiery booty on it if you guys didn't see it already. That's custom made by the GOONIAC. But this setup has been in there for a while, and it's always been good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's only thing is, I don't like outrunners. So while it does perform reasonably well, I mean, it moves the plane around pretty good. It doesn't use a lot of power. I'm able to fly for a little over 4 minutes. What is it? AF model. That's what it is. But this is what comes in the Freewing, and this is what comes in the plane from the factory. It moves pretty good. Really quiet.
Yeah, Dave.
The only downside is that it has an outrunner, which I don't like because yes, it's going to be okay, but outrunners are just a cheap way of making something work. When an inrunner is really what's better suited for the for that type of an application. So
Reckham
sorry.
Roy says,
Go ahead.
take that can, throw it in a box, and send it his way.
Actually, no, Reckham. I don't want you to use that. I want you to use this. So if you look in there, that is the new Freewing 9-blade inrunner. Yeah, so it's 1900 kV. It's a 9-blade. I didn't think I didn't really have any expectations. I didn't know what it was going to do, but it was surprisingly good. Let's see if I can move my mic over here.
Oh my God, bro! What happened to the cheater grates?
The what?
The cheater grates are gone.
They're all gone. That's why I was going to show you guys. This is pretty funny. So I was working on this. Normally, that's where the ESC sits, right there. And this is since the outrunner has wires that come out the center. The ESC is going to sit forward a little further. So, not realizing that was going to change, that's where it would normally sit, right there. And since the ESC had to move forward a little bit, move back a little bit, it wasn't going to be under that. So Mike had an issue with his little with his F-15 last week, and he broke one of his gear doors. So I was looking around, and what do you know? I found his gear door. So I cut it up, and was able to make, I glued this in place.
Well, first he was complaining about. I gave him CA, and he was complaining about it.
Oh God, yeah, that's right. Because he gave me regular CA. I mean, foam safe CA. Do not use foam safe CA on an EPO model. It's doo doo. Does not work. It is total doo doo. It sticks weird. It will not dry. It's just bad. Use regular CA. I was bitching, whining, moaning, complaining, and stuff didn't work.
But yeah, anyway. And an hour later, he's like, "Oh, I guess I could use this hot glue." I'm like, "You fingers."
Yeah, so I ended up hot gluing that in place. It worked really well, and there were grates here, but being that I have big hands and I'm a doofball, I crunched them. Yeah, total doofball. So I crunched them, not meaning to, but made it easier to get in because now I can fit my hand in there. But so I readjusted that, made that work. There's the fan there. Straight out of the box, I did not need to balance. It was perfect. But I did have to adjust the CG. So
that much, bro.
I ended up moving the battery probably about almost 2 inches forward from where I normally do. So it was quite a bit. Let me see if I can flip this thing over. I didn't bring the wings in because it would be impossible to navigate around all that crap in the way. So normally the way I transport the plane is with the wings off, and I put the spar on the inside of the plane, so that's what's there. So normally, sorry, this is a test plane, so wires are everywhere. All you OCD guys. No, I don't say that about every plane. 3 planes. 1 plane's not.
Most of your planes.
The F-16 is fairly clean.
I can't. My planes. I'm sorry, but my planes, they have to look neat inside.
That's great.
I know George can relate. I was talking to him about that. I like my planes to be neat.
Yeah, and a lot of times I just don't care. Yeah. I just want to fly.
There you go, Dave. Exactly. Foam safe.
So who's saying
EPP.
Foam safe on EPS? Yes, but
EPP.
Or EPP. EPO is plastic blown into beads, so regular CA will work fine. But normally I'd put the battery right about here, somewhere in there.
That's smart. You
now
put satellite.
I put the battery right almost all the way up to the front, and it flies exactly the same as it did before, so it's no big deal. But the only difference is, I mean, as far as characteristics, the good characteristics, they're all the same. But man, the thing climbs. Now it doesn't slow down when it climbs. Now it'll just pretty much go as far as you can see it. And I was, normally it will fall off and do that weird stall because all the controls end up losing authority. But I was able to go pretty much as far as I could see it, and then roll any way that I wanted, and drop it back down. So it was a pretty good improvement. Really good improvement. I was able to. The flight time stayed exactly the same. No difference in flight time.
You can actually see my teeth again.
Woohoo! But I'm getting 4 minutes flight time.
Yeah, but now I've got these permanent retainers behind my teeth, so I'm like, these lumps of glue are like, I haven't gotten like used to the feeling of them. They're like hella weird. Doesn't hurt.
You'll get used to it.
Feels weird.
You're always gonna gravitate towards them and mess with them.
Because good luck with making me wear a retainer. So my mom's like, yeah, put the permanent ones.
Otherwise, you'll lose them and step on them.
Yeah, I'll have to get the motherfuckers again. Oh.
Whoop, whoop, nap, nap. Anyway, the cool thing is about these the MiGs, we were able to do a pretty cool MiG. I don't know how many of you got to see the premiere. I did a video of 3 of us flying.
I couldn't watch it because I was in math class, but I watched it after.
Yeah, I flew the 17. Nate flew the 29, and then we flew with the guy we call Southwest Eric, who's a retired Southwest pilot, and he flew his 21. That was kind of cool. 21. But yeah, so that's kind of all I wanted to go over. But anything else you wanted to talk about, Nate? Anything else anyone else wants to talk about?
The MiG-21
Because
and the MiG-29 are awesome planes. So are all my planes.
yes.
See you, Shadow.
Very much. Ouch. Ow.
I think probably my.
Need to check.
I get asked the question, "What's your favorite plane?" a lot, but nobody asks what's your least favorite plane. I don't know what my least favorite plane is.
I tend to like all the planes I have. My least favorite plane to have to pack, unfortunately, is the Mig-17 because it's a pain.
What's your least favorite plane, Red?
Least favorite plane at the moment? The Avios Mig-17.
I was literally going to say that. I was like, it's got to be the Avios Mig.
Yeah.
The Avios Mig
it's actually going to have to. It's going to have to go. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not for me.
Yo, can I fly it? I want to try it.
I don't think I'd have a problem with you flying it. I just don't. Well, maybe because I want to sell it and I don't want it dead. But
so I'm going to kill it.
Yeah, it needs to go. I'm tired of it.
Hey, let me try it. Because I might end up buying it off you.
Possibly, maybe. So,
your favorite plane is the last one you landed successfully. Well, that works out, David, because the last plane I flew was the MiG-21 on Saturday, so and it was a perfect landing.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
GV, the Avios Mig-29 is not a bad plane. It's just one that I don't get any joy out of flying. I think it might just be because it's a 64 and it's a little too small.
If they made that thing like just a bit bigger, like if they made that the same size as the twin 64 810, I think it'd be perfect. They built it heavy too.
Like I said, yeah, but they made the exhaust too big too, so it doesn't get the right influx. So, and I am thinking of anybody that's local here in the SF Bay Area. I am going to be selling it, and it will come with some spare nozzles.
Do it, Dave.
What's Dave saying?
He said he's going to intentionally crash his MiG, little Avios Mig.
What? Yeah, it's
If you ask me to intentionally crash something, I will do it in the funniest way possible. I flew one of my little P-51s into a fence one time, which was hella funny.
Yeah, I don't like to crash. I guess I'd have to get used to it. Although, if I need to make room for planes, it's one of the only ways that I'll be able to.
Hey, if you want to,
as I was saying, anybody local in the Bay Area, SF Bay Area, that wants a Avios Mig-29, I will sell you mine. It needs to go.
Can I have it?
Have it? No.
Can I have it for a few days and I'll sell it?
No. No. Needs to be sold.
Bro, it's so
I'm
weird
just tired of
smiling and actually seeing
it.
a bunch of red.
It's a pain to fly too. I mean, not to fly. It's a pain to transport. That's the main reason why I gotta go. Thrust tubes would be good. Actually, the thrust tubes, the exhaust nozzles help. I have them. I have some 3D printed thrust nozzles that I was going to put on, but I just don't want to put any time into it. So,
try it.
If anyone in the San Francisco Bay Area wants an Avios Mig-17, very lightly used and in great shape, get a hold of me.
You have to deduct $50 off the price because one of the lights doesn't work.
It's never worked from the beginning, so it's not $50.
Yeah.
And I never said anything to them about it. I should have, but it needs to go.
Nathaniel Poling wants it. He says he'll be over here for the holidays.
When do you think you'll be out here? Because if you do, I have to figure out how much I want, because it comes with extra stuff. So get a hold of me, because it needs to go. Sooner the better. And if I don't have to list it, even better. I don't want to get that random stuff. So what else is going on? Anything else fun from this weekend? I mean, I wish we were on the East Coast because we'd be able to go to that thing that's happening this weekend with the Merry Boozers.
Jelonius, I don't know if
Jelonius, you're interested?
I don't know if you'd want that thing though.
It's not like I said. It's not a bad plane.
You'd have to buy new batteries.
Or you could have that. Why are you trying to talk people out of buying planes and say they want them?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying because he only has 6,000. Jesus.
Yeah, no, I have batteries I could sell them. So I might even include a battery with the plane. Who knows? What?
I don't necessarily like to crash, but they're worthy cause, so knows. See, I don't like crashing like I hate when I crash like unintentionally, but then like crashing intentionally, like that when that destruction side of me kicks in, it's like, let's go.
Just let me get this phone down. Oof. So now I can look and see who's been saying stuff. But also I'm going to be posting some pictures here from the wife took over the weekend. That will be cool. Because we got some good pictures of Nate. Oh no, Joe Pellegrino. Okay.
Oh, there's the best crash competition at the Boozer event. Oh, dude, I wish I could make it.
That's one way to come up with a good reason to crash a plane.
Dude, I bring the Knight Timber X. I would absolutely send it and just basically fly it into the ground probably.
I don't know if Hamilton's hangar's still here, but I just checked. I saw your video. That's pretty cool.
What did he post?
Something he's getting for his F-14.
Oh, cool. Did he tell them what we're doing on Wednesday?
No, but that is something to bring up. Guys, I'm going to be on Hamilton's hangar with him on Wednesday, just so you guys know. He's installing the new fiery booties in his F-14. And I'm going to be there to help him out and answer questions and other stuff. So if you guys want to come see an installation,
I guess I'll be there.
On the new F-14. If you want to be there, yeah, you can be.
I was invited, so I'll be there. Caleb Kim,
Yeah.
I see your Blue Angels, mate. Show me your elevator fix on it. I don't have any elevator fix. It's stock.
Yeah, with the newer stock ones, you don't have to.
Yeah, if you get the high performance version of the Blue Angel, it comes with a better elevator assembly. I didn't have to do anything. The only thing I did was when you get it, before you glue that plate on, or that cover, I should say, there's 4 screws that hold in the whole assembly. For the first couple flights, I had that little thing double-sided taped on there. But I noticed the screws like to come loose, so I pulled them out. I put some CA on them and bolted them back in. So that's the only thing I did. But the actual assembly itself is completely stock, and I've flown the absolute balls out of mine, and it's fine. So, Spencer Keith, thanks.
Yeah, I'm just posting up there. Thank you very much, my friend, for posting the super chat. Very much appreciate it. Spencer Keith is the guy that has kept me incredibly busy. He's buying a plane like every week, 2-3 planes a week, and he's always buying fiery booties for them. So he is officially hooked. He's buying burners faster than I can make them. So, Spencer, you are a madman, and thank you very much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Yeah, he is. He just bought like 3 planes last week, something like that. I don't know. He's going to have all of the Freewing planes before you know. But yeah, shout out to Spencer. Thank you very much, my friend. Much appreciated.
I kind of want to get a new F-86. I want to get the
I'm
Venom,
thinking about it too.
I want to get a Venom, but there's no way in hell I'm trusting those stock servos.
The Venom, just as much as I like the way it flies, it doesn't do anything for me. I want to do an F-86. Now that they have the high performance, you can get one and not have to touch it. Just get it and fly it as it is. And I might do that. And huh?
I kind of want to get another one because the one I had that I had an F-86. I gave it to Little Jack, but it was kind of beat up. It was an older version. It was one of the older ones, but I put a bunch of new servos in it, new metal gear before I gave it to him. But yeah, I think I want to get a fresh one.
Yeah, I want to get one too, but I want to because I've done my tribute plane with my Red Tail to Benjamin O. Davis, who was the one of the main people from the Red Tail Squadron. He flew several planes, and I'm trying to do most of my planes after black pilots. There's even an F-104 that was a black pilot. There's an F-4 that was a black pilot that I'd like to do. Chappie James. Benjamin O. Davis actually flew an F-86 as well, and I'd like to get an F-86 and do it after him if I can.
Jesus Christ. He got an F-4. He got the F-4, the F-16, the Gripen, and the F-86.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the dude, he's hooked. He's been buying almost a plane a day.
Jesus Christ.
So, and he says as soon as he buys them, boom, he shoots me a PayPal to send him a burner. So, as I said, he's a mad man. But it's cool. I appreciate it, and he's kept me very busy.
I'm getting the Gripen. Well, I was supposed to get the MiG for Christmas, and then this is the funniest thing. Okay, you guys can call me spoiled. I don't give a shit. Sorry. But my grandma got me the MiG-29 for Christmas, right? And then this is the funniest beat. So my sister's over at her house, right? And of course, my grandma, she has to like put the suspense real high. She's like, "Nate, I got your plane," and I'm like, "Cool." And then she shows me the box, like how massive it is. And I look at it, I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome." And then she's like, "Well, do you want it?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm not gonna say no to that. So then I get it, right? I get the MiG-29. And then right after I get the MiG, she comes in my room and she says to me, "Well, I'm glad you got your plane, but I feel bad that you're not going to have anything on Christmas Day. So you can get another plane." I'm like, "Jesus, Grandma, really?" I mean, of course, like, I'm not going to say no, right? Like, who would say no to that? So I'm like, "Okay, Gripen."
Caleb, I just put my email in the I just put my email in the chat. Send me an email. I'll hook you up with the burner. Yes, yeah. Nate, you're spoiled. We know. If you weren't a good kid, you'd be considered spoiled. But you're a good kid, so be it.
Yeah, like, I might act like I might be a pain in the but if you want me to, I can be a serious good person. So. I'm not. But
Nah,
see,
you're a pain, but you're a good kid.
yeah, I will, GB. But yeah, and I'm not gonna ask her, hey, did you get my gripping yet? Not gonna. I'll wait.
Yeah, I'll attest to it too. Nate's grandma's really cool. She's very nice, and all the RC people at the field love her. So, the storage unit, yeah, the Fred Bear and I do have a storage unit, and thankfully it's not all full of planes. It's half and half.
My grades are awesome. See, that's another thing too. My grades are good. I'm not like a slouch in school.
Yeah, no, that's why I said he's a good kid.
Mostly A's.
And if he does something wrong, Mom cracks that whip.
She doesn't hit me, okay? Give me a break.
No, I didn't say she hits you. I said she cracks the whip. That doesn't mean she hits you. It just means she makes sure that you're back in shape. But yeah,
David, I want to be a corporate business pilot when I grow up. So I don't know if I can help you with the banker stuff. Sorry, my mom's in the banking business though. So if you need help with that kind of stuff,
I think both your parents are, aren't they?
Yeah. My last my school, we have, we do like 2 semesters, and like every 6 weeks they have like a report card that comes in. I had all A's and I had like 1 high B because my teachers.
Oh, what was that, huh?
I was gonna say something, but no coverage.
No, none, because I'm getting yellow marks on my videos saying, "Hey, your stuff is inappropriate."
So they must not know who they're talking to.
Some of that's me too, so whatever.
If
that happens on mine, I know that Dave's RC. My God, all of his videos must be red, yellow or red, with all the cussing that comes out of that dude. Great Scott, what's happening? So I've been doing a lot of stuff that I normally don't do, which is working on planes at the field. But I think that as of the last couple of weeks, it's paid off. The F-22 is not one that needs any changing at all, unless I put in the new FMS 8S setup. But this was cool for the MiG. It made the MiG more exciting to fly. A lot more fun. Already was fun, but now it's even more.
Dave's like, yeah, man, you haven't done anything inappropriate.
No.
At least the Zooms are monetized. Imagine that would.
Yeah, no.
I'm glad they're back.
Yeah, but
I'm glad Dave's back on Zoom. Discord for me is like, I'm not a huge.
Discord's kind of weird, and everybody can talk on top of each other, which is kind of weird.
Well, Zoom. I like Zoom a lot better. Well, I use it.
Super chat, Caleb.
Oh, thanks. But I use.
Yeah, Zoom. I had to make sure to log into and get an account on Zoom too, because every time I'd sign on for stuff for work, it would say GOONIAC 33 fiery booty. People at work are like, "What?" So I have to go in there real quick and change it. And they're like, "Who the hell's fiery booty? What is this crap?" Anyway, yeah. So I have that's not happening anymore, but yeah.
Luckily, because I have my main Gmail account and I have my school account, and luckily my school, well, it's kind of a good thing and also a bad thing, but like my school, they don't let you join the Zoom call unless you're using it's like LG USD, whatever, something. And my school, you can't change your name, you can't have a virtual background. It's like I can't put that stupid picture of Ray up in class.
Dork. I'll be pilot. So Barry Campbell, I had the F-22 using that exact same motor that I put in the MiG-17. MiG-17 is a much lighter airframe, and it's a single exhaust instead of bifurcated. So The F-22 didn't do very well with this 9-blade for what I'm used to, because the 9-blade that I have in there now, I mean the 12-blade that I have in there now is just crazy.
It's ridiculous.
And yeah, and you know, it's not the most efficient in most planes. It doesn't work that good in most planes, but the F-22 it works amazing. So I'm leaving it in there. It ain't coming out.
Fred uses copyright out. Fred doesn't care. He puts music in all of his videos.
Yeah. I don't put music because sometimes they'll cut all your volume. They won't even let you play anything. Sometimes they won't even let you play the video. They'll cut the whole video off.
Yeah, copyright.
And if people have music playing in the background, oh, that's what I was going to show you guys. My hat cam melted this weekend. That thing almost caught on fire.
I remember that. I just remember that.
So I had I think I flew like 14 times this weekend, but I only got 5 videos because after the 5th video this weekend, I went and plugged it in to my usual USB charger to keep the battery topped off. And then when I went to unplug it to put it on my hat to fly something else, actually I started smelling something first, then went over and looked, and the thing's all deformed and smoking, and then I picked it up and it burned my hand. It was that hot. I think if I'd left it plugged in, it would have just gone up in flames.
Dude, when I touched it, dude, it hurt like hell. It actually burned my finger. Look.
Yeah, it burned mine too. It had cooled down when you got it, but yeah. So there will be no more hat cam videos for a while until I can figure out something else to do. I have another action cam here that I can use. It's like a GoPro knockoff that I might use, but or I'll just get another run cam and make that work.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. And then he proceeded to leave it in the pit area, so then the whole pit area started stinking with battery acid.
It started stinking. I didn't know it was smelling that bad until the wind changed. RC Air Marshal, thank you for coming by after that hilarious episode of yours. And don't let your cam die.
Barry Campbell, it's one of the original run cams. It's like one of the original. It's like a gray one. It was.
Yeah.
You got the
SD
SD
card?
Was.
SD card was fine. Everything worked. Okay. Caleb, I just got your email. I'll send you a message after we're done here. But yeah, I think the thing still works too. Yeah, Dave. It's just that wherever I plug, yes, happy birthday to you, Dave. Wherever I plug it in to charge it, I think something shorted out in there because it was hot. It was basically, if you put your finger on there, it would have been a second degree burn. I have looked at the run cam too. The only thing I dislike about it is all the extra settings you have to do, but I think I can figure it out. That's what I am thinking about doing, is doing more video on the planes, because everything's been, from bird's eye view. The whole.
I have a GoPro session that has some weight to it. The run cams are light.
Yeah, the run cam's crazy light, and as long as you put it on the CG, you're fine.
I don't like sticking Velcro on my planes though, dude. So I cameras, unless it's like a Carbon Z Cessna or Carbon Z T28. Like I remember I had like 10 cameras on my Carbon Z T28 at one point, but I don't like sticking cameras on my jets. It just doesn't excite me.
So
GB
yeah, I'm thinking about the run cam to you love it. Yeah, I see that. I'm thinking about getting some of those little FPV cameras that they sell and setting them up in the cockpits, because those can record. You can record with those too.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm thinking about it.
The cool thing to do is you just buy one of those little tiny loop cameras that plug into a 1S, and you can do a crazy jet flight and let people wear the goggles.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do, and I meant to do that for the air show we had a couple years ago. We were going to do that, and then stuff fell through with all that other craziness happened. Hamilton's Hangar, is that TMI? You're busy with your wife during the stream, but anyway, tell her happy birthday. Tell her have a very happy birthday, and I hope you did something nice for her. Oh, cool. Air Marshal still has his phone. Okay, cool. He plugged in. Go back up to Caleb and get that off. But once again, Caleb, I did get your email. I'll email you after the stream. My wife's birthday's coming up too on the 27th. It's usually like either it's Thanksgiving or the week after.
I almost forgot my birthday for some reason. My birthday's in February.
Nobody asked. It's not November. It's not November. Dave's is today, which is November. Ashley's is today, which is November. But I don't think yours is.
My 16th birthday. My like 16th birthday and the days around it are going to be busy because I get my driver's license, my glider private pilot's license, and I'm going to solo our power plane. So.
Are you gonna? When do you get your license for that one?
17.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 16 for that too.
No, it's 16 to get your glider private, but then private pilot powered is 17.
Oh, I thought that was 16. Okay.
Hey there, may have been some sexy time earlier in the Air Marshal Adobe.
Oh goodness. There's going to be some lemonade time here for me. I'll be right back.
Lemonade. Dave. I think Dave just shredded another 12-pack. Look at my teeth. Glad I have my teeth back. I can eat chicken tenders again without them shredding my braces up.
So yeah, no adult grape juice for me today. I'm drinking lemonade.
I was just saying how I'm glad I have my teeth back. I can actually eat chicken tenders. The main thing that I was destroying my braces with, they say, oh, don't eat popcorn because it shreds your braces. The thing that shredded braces for me was chicken tenders. Crispy chicken tenders.
All the batter.
I remember there's been times
I did me some eating what?
There's been times I've been eating.
You already started talking, may as well finish. Go ahead and finish, you talking.
There's been like times I've eaten.
Go finish, dude. What the hell?
You're cutting me off. There's been times where, like, I eat a crispy chicken tender, I'm biting it down, I feel one of my braces like shoot out of my mouth, and I like look on the floor, I'm like, oh shit. In the time I had my braces, I broke so many of them that I had to like start paying for them.
Oops. You mean your mom started having to pay for them?
Yeah, like
not you. Man, 12 beers is a lot. No wonder you were farting and burping. Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
I couldn't watch. I was busy with homework.
That is a whole. You should have seen Dave ripped one. Dave ripped one really loud. Oh my God, Amy gave him the look of death. She's like, "What?" It was the funniest thing ever. Oh my God, I haven't laughed that hard during a live stream in a while.
Yeah, remember when you ripped one at the field on Saturday and the wind was blowing right at me?
Whoops.
Yeah, you were working on your plane, you're like, ooh, and I'm like, what the hell? He's like,
That's a rare occasion that I do that and people hear it. So you know what? Whatever, I'm just letting it go.
The best was my first day of middle school PE when we had to like dress out and we were doing sit-ups on the field. Oh no, actually no, this one's better. We were in I think it was 8th grade. We were in the big gymnasium, and we were doing like an assembly thing. And this like funny guy was like speaking, and I actually I was laughing so hard I ripped one, and it like rippled off the floor. It made a shit ton of noise.
Whoops.
That was so fun. My friend also did that too one time. Piss off, Ray. Piss off, Ray. I'm a sailor. I drink
what?
Drink the foam until it's
Oh my god! I think there's only one time where I drank so much like that till I couldn't even hardly sit up straight.
The best one was
I forget which birthday it was.
25K subscriber special.
Yeah, this is long before live streams, but I had one time when I just went crazy, and when I get drunk, and I've only been drunk like 3 times in my life, but when I do, I just flip off everybody. I was crawling around on the floor, telling people "F you" and flipping them off, and that was funny.
You just imagine you doing that, crawling on the floor.
It was bad. It was bad. It was very bad. Pedialyte was my friend the next day. Oh, it did. I was just going to bring up that stuff about the. Did any of you guys? I think it took off from Florida. Did you guys get to see that thing take off? The SpaceX. When they did one of those launches here in California, my wife and I were coming home from the beach. We were able to see it. It was kind of cool.
Cool, Fred
Get to see
Barron.
it bust through the atmosphere, and it was cool.
That's cool, Fred Barron.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
We had a hangar party last night in our hangar. It was hilarious.
Yesterday?
Shut up, Kenny. Yeah, so they were flying the experimental thing, like the Google Boeing plane, the autonomous plane. So we had 2 of those in our hangar. One of them's like our close buddy, and then we had our mechanic buddy. Oh my god, he's funny.
Was you talking about Walter?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or someone else?
Did you hear from Walter? He was asking me about your.
I talked to him yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I called him finally yesterday.
But
I guess he works for Boeing.
Yeah, he's like their film person. It was Google. It was mostly Google, and then Boeing took over the company. But yeah, they were flying that thing around yesterday. It was pretty cool. But yeah, and then we have a mechanic buddy who works on another autonomous group. He actually is one of the main guys that has the autonomous Cessna 172, and he's like the remote pilot for it. They fly that on the weekdays. It's a Cessna 172 that's fully autonomous, and on the weekdays they fly around. They have a big radio station. They push a button, it'll take off and fly a whole pattern by itself. Nobody in it.
Oh damn! Oh damn!
See you, JCB. But yeah,
JCB-67, have a very good night and a good week, my friend. Thank you for coming by and supporting us as always.
He's that guy's funny. He used to work on Voodoo, the race plane. He's hilarious. He's got some funny ass stories.
Who's that?
Caleb
Hamilton. Once you have kids, you never see things different. You never see things the same as you did before. When you have kids, Oshkosh. Every time I see that, the little kids clothes. Oshkosh, bigosh.
Oh, I was gonna say you're talking about Oshkosh the air show. Oshkosh.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Once you become a parent, you see things different. So yeah, but no, I know Oshkosh. I think of the airplanes too, but I also think of kids. When you have kids and you have to buy clothes for them.
I haven't been to Oshkosh. I want to go. I want to take our plane and fly to Wisconsin. That'd be hella fun.
Yeah, then you have to make sure to land on the right dot when you get there.
Yeah, I can do that.
They've got all the land on the red dot, land on the green dot, land on the yellow dot. All these.
It's so funny at Sun and Fun when you do fly into Sun and Fun in Florida, they actually open up because they only have one runway. They actually open up the taxiway for general aviation aircraft. They land them on the taxiway, which is cool.
How big is the? How big is it? Must be a big runway.
It's a big runway. But yeah, when people fly into Sun and Fun, it's busy. The taxiway has dots on it too, so they land. Is
it a military base, an old military base, or just general aviation?
I don't know, but it's got a huge runway. I mean, they fly fighter jets in there, so obviously it's got a long runway. But yeah.
Hello, Christy.
Yellow.
Man, we were going down. Now we got backed up to 33 people again. I thought we were starting to cool off. Y'all making the party go on leaving long?
Even longer?
Cool.
Even?
Yeah, because we've been going on for an hour. I thought we were, I talked about my plane for a half an hour and a little less than that. And
10
then
minutes.
I thought for sure we were gonna start falling off from there. But shoot, y'all still going. That's great.
The only thing else I can think of is that my hobby King Goblin's dead. But I mean, who cares about that?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't get to see that.
You would have laughed so hard. The smack was so funny because it basically my hobby King Goblin that my buddy Max won from Ray that I ended up getting it crashed a second time. The first time was my fault. The second time was my fault. But I was gonna fly it. We had a north breeze and I was launching it south, so the wind was coming from behind. And it was like very light. I was like, it'll be fine. And then all of a sudden it like picks up just a little bit. I was like, it'll be fine. I throw it and the tail like sags and I try to punch out of it and it torque rolls and bang. The crash was hilarious. Oops. You would have laughed. It hit so hard.
So Dana's RC brought something up. Hit so hard that
the ESC lead came unsoldered, so the thing it was so funny.
Ouch. You're lucky it didn't catch on fire.
Yeah, that would have been funny. It was wet out.
Dana's RC said something about Canadian Air Force getting new stuff. I thought they were looking at Super Hornets, possibly the Gripen, and then the F-35. Super Hornets and the Gripen have an engine in common, but I think they're going F-35 if I remember right. I thought they were going to do either Super Hornets or 35s.
The Blue Angels are with the Super Hornets now, which is cool.
Have you seen any of the video of them flying?
Now,
they are going to be
make a Super
so. No, I think FMS will probably do one. They are going to be so loud because the regular Blue Angels were already loud, but Super Hornets are considerably louder than regular Hornets, so it's going to be cool.
We get
the sneak pass with, huh?
Oh, I was going to say we get the occasional Super Hornet coming in over us.
Yeah, well, you don't get them when they're dirty and slow. They are stupid loud. Oh my God, are they loud? When they put the gear down and they're especially the rookie pilots, when they put the gear down and their flaps and everything gets slow and they have to roll on the power, the whole house is shaking.
Dude,
the regular Hornets were loud.
The cool thing is when the Blue Angels are in town and they're getting ready for their show, they fly right over my school at like cruise power, and those things, they make my whole school the roar is amazing.
And they have that weird. What?
The Blue Angels are awesome, but the coolest thing, when Collins Foundation's in town, when the P-51s buzz over the school.
I don't think they're coming back unless they do this year. It'd be great if they did, but they're not flying people anymore. Ever since that crash.
I know a couple people who fly with the Collins Foundation. I mean, I don't know them personally, but I know who they are.
Barry Campbell. Where I live is near an old naval air station called Moffett Field. It's still a federal field, so there are military planes that come in all the time. F-35s, the new F-35Cs will get occasionally, very seldomly, we'll get an F-16, and every now and then F-15s if they have to divert for weather or other stuff. But also, we get F-18s. Now, if the wind's coming from the south, the F-18s take off directly over us. And I have had several Super Hornets take off together right over the house. And the whole house was like rattling and shaking. It was crazy. It was really cool. Yes, I've heard of them.
Ray and I, the Air Force base is like northwest of here. Me and Ray basically live on a path. So they come over me at about 1,000 or 2,000 feet, and then they're like on final right over Ray's house. But dude, like when the Super Guppy came in and landed, that thing is humongous. It had
Yeah, that was
basically
crazy.
when they're coming into the land, they basically start getting dirtied up right over my house. Like when
Caleb, if you're good enough to be a pilot, the Marines and the Navy, you can fly either one, and they're basically the same.
When the P8 comes in, the P8 they throw their gear down and starts roaring. The P8's a cool plane.
Yeah. They're fast. I didn't realize how fast they were.
They are fast.
What else? So yeah, we get lots of military planes. So far, the loudest plane I've heard to date that's a fighter is, believe it or not, the F-35. That thing has a single engine. It's the biggest single engine out there, and it is insanely loud. It's louder than the F-22. It's louder than the F-15. It's louder than the F-16, which is loud. Louder than the F-18 Super Hornet. The F-35, that's a sound, especially, you know, when they go on like full burner from takeoff. That's
when they take off.
It's loud.
When they take off,
the crazy thing is, they're coming towards you. They make a certain intake noise. When it's right in front of you, it makes a certain noise. As soon as that flame is off a little to a certain degree, you get that really loud. It's like shakes your shirt and smacks you upside the head. That's when you know.
The coolest thing.
Now, single engine fighter I'm talking about. The B-1 is crazy loud. B-1 is insane loud.
The coolest thing is
F-15
when they take off the other way. When they, because it's runway at Moffett, it's 3-2 left and right. But when they take off on 1-4, they're basically coming right at us. Like they go right over you and they come over me. When the the F4 is amazing. When I was at the Reno Air Races one year, they had them on display. But then right after the races on Sunday, they were flying around like they're buzzing around. Oh, thank God, those things were loud.
They're crazy loud, and
basically,
I keep getting the memories from 2016. You know how Facebook does that. I was at what do you call it? Aviation Nation in Vegas this time 4 years ago. The only reason why I say that the F-35 is the loudest is because I've actually heard it and felt it. They did the Air Force capabilities demo, and they took off F-16s. There were 4 F-16s that took off, one after another. There were 2 F-15s that took off, one after another. Then the 35s went up, and it was like, whoa, they were so much louder. I mean, and the F-15 and the 16 and F-15 have the same engine. F-16 has 1, F-15 has 2. The F-15 is crazy loud. But the F-35, when it went by, it was so much louder than any of those others that had gone up. So yeah, and you feel it. And I think I took a video of my shirt. My shirt was literally flapping as they went by. The SR-71, I never get to see it. My wife lived right by it, and she was a kid, and she didn't even know what she was looking at. But she used to see them daily, multiple times daily back in the 80s. Zane, what's happening? We've had the F-35A, we've had the F-35B, and the C's fly over, and they all pretty much sound the same. The C lands slower than all of them because of that biggest wing.
Yeah.
But the A and the B, they land pretty fast.
Barry Campbell, yes. The F-22.
The F-22. And the F-22 is loud. But it's a different loud than the F-35 because of the way the engine is.
When
it's like really low frequency. But the 35 is like, it's like everything's shaking. It's real loud.
Yeah.
Okay, you like to talk. Go ahead, talk.
I was going to say when the F-35 was at Fleetwood, that was insane.
Yeah, it's loud.
That year, my mom works at Merrill Lynch. And we had like the Merrill Lynch tent set up, and when the 35 did the full burner pass, the fucking wine glasses like started shaking.
Yeah, it's a different like the F. So basically, the F-22 is crazy loud, but it's like a subdued loud. It's like a loud that's you feel. I don't know how to put it. it's like more bass, and then the F-35 is like bass, treble, everything all at once.
Yeah,
So,
it is very
it's just
stable.
that big old huge nozzles for the F-35. The F-22 has those little, the vectored stuff, so it's a little different noise that it makes. But
Horizon is making a 2-meter Drake, though. They actually accidentally announced it. They put it on the website, but it was a mistake.
that was a while ago, wasn't it?
It was like a month ago, 2 months ago.
Or was that recent?
Yeah. Everybody thought I got it, but I was like, no. I think
I don't really want anything like that.
I don't care what anybody says. I love modern fighter jets, but my favorite kind of planes to fly are old World War II planes. Just different.
One of the planes that I want to see them do is one of the Century series. I want to see an F-101. Actually, two. The F-101 and the F-106. That would be cool.
I want to see like an F-105 fly. I wish I could see an A6 fly, but obviously that's not.
Yeah, when we first moved out here, I mean, I used to see A6s all the time because this Moffett used to be an actual active base.
The A6 is absolutely humongous.
There were P3s everywhere. I saw the original 2-seater A6, and then there were a ton of EA6Bs that would fly over, and those were really loud. Surprisingly loud. Now, another crazy loud plane that nobody would expect to be loud is the Harrier.
Oh, yeah.
That thing will split your eardrums. That thing will split your eardrums, and I've had those fly over here. It's been a while, but we had 5 of the F-35Bs come over, and those were loud coming into land when they were doing their cool hover mode thing. But I think they're going to be phasing out the Harrier here pretty soon, aren't they?
Probably. It's been a long time. But yeah, I love. You know what's funny is that since I hang out at the airport, like air shows are awesome, but my favorite thing to do is watch the warbirds come into Hollister, like just because air shows are fun. But dude, being at Hollister, like sitting on the runway while those things are landing, dude. When the F-18 took off out of Hollister and I was sitting right next to the runway,
Yeah. Well, so wait, why did it land there?
For the air show. They used to have the Father's Day.
Oh, okay.
They used to have the Father's Day flying, but they stopped doing it.
Was it the Legacy Hornet or was it a Super Hornet?
It was I think it was a Super Hornet. Yeah, it was a Super Hornet.
Okay.
But they had to like.
I reckon A6 are loud.
The A6 is loud.
They had to what?
They had to stiffen up the runway.
They had to stiffen up. How? What do you mean?
They repaved it basically. They just put fresh pavement on it.
Okay.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly, Alan. But like at Hollister, when the P-51s are flying, dude, oh, that's such a cool sound. My favorite thing about a P-51 is when they're landing and they chop the power and bang, 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 bang.
They start popping. Yeah, they do the whole.
The Merlin pop.
Actually, the Allisons pop more than the Merlin.
Yeah, but the Merlin has that better. The Allison's just too low.
The Merlin's a better motor. But the Allison is also more reliable, doesn't have to be worked on as much.
Yeah.
F-14, yes, the F-14 was insanely loud, especially the later versions. Those huge afterburners, oh my god, they were loud. Crazy loud.
They just got done.
And I got to see those all the time. They what?
They just got done putting Grim Reaper back together. So.
I really wish they'd put a flying F-14. That'd be great if they actually had some that were still flyable. But
the Iraqis
like the F-117s. The Iranians still fly them. That's part of the reason why we don't anymore. But the F-14 demos here at Moffett were insane back in the days. Speaking of V12s, has anybody heard of Griffin V12? Which is a different version of the Merlin.
You know, the Merlin pop, I don't know why the Merlin pop like you just expect it, but dude, when the T6 landed, and it was cold. He chopped the throttle, dude. It backfired, and I wasn't looking, and I was standing right next to the runway because like I work with the glider people, and the glider port's right next to the runway. And he pulled throttle back, and it was such a loud pop. I thought somebody was shooting off a gun, and I ducked.
Yeah. If it's cold and they go to start them, they'll do that. Bang!
It was like a boom. But
F-14s. What else? What are the other planes do we get? We get F-5s rarely, but we do get the F-5s from the Marines in Yuma. They'll fly those over for their aggressor training. They'll come in for like, you know, publicity things where they fly over baseball games. The VFC-12 have flown over here. The VFC-13, which is the new Top Gun, the guys up in Fallon with their F-5s, they've flown over. Now, the newest thing that's pretty cool, the old C-2 Greyhound is being phased out. And the, what's up, Big Bad Bob?
Hey, Bob.
And the new V-22 is coming over a lot now, which is pretty cool. Did you see it that one day, Nate? I told you V-22 was coming. I don't know if you remember seeing it.
I don't think I did.
But V-22 is really cool.
I missed it when the KC-135 and the 22 flew over. I was sitting in my room, and I heard this roar. And I'm like, and I pulled up on flight radar, and I said, "Oh, it's a KC-135." And I'm like, "Why is it so damn loud?" And then you sent me the photo of the F-22.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, there were like 6 of them that went over. They were ferrying over to Hawaii. They had tanks on them. Hawaii. They had tanks on them. Hawaii.
Yeah, my flight radar said it was doing like 600 knots over the ground.
Yeah, they were moving. Barry Campbell, yeah, the V-22, when it flew over here, it shook the whole house. And it was cool because it was at night. My camera wouldn't focus, of course. But it was, all the formation lights were on, even the ones on the tips of the rotors. It was really cool. And I've had the Marines come in with theirs, with like 5 or 6 of them. And the whole neighborhood was shaking. I thought something was wrong with my car. And I look up and I saw them, so I pulled over into somebody's driveway and took a video of it.
I almost missed the F-15 when they did their COVID flyover. The F-15s were cool.
And I should have stayed home that day because they flew right over my house. So, anyway, y'all, we've been going for almost an hour and a half, and I have other things to do, and I'm sure y'all want to go to sleep over there on the East Coast. So I am going to be calling it. Oh, you still got 28 people.
Yeah, come on. Just keep going. But yeah,
we'll keep going a little longer, I guess.
This P-51, that flight was so fun. That photo was taken from that was my 11th birthday present. We were in my buddy, that guy we were talking to last night in our hangar. He was flying a Beech-18. He took those photos, or a photographer took those photos. That's right over Santa Cruz, the coast. And then you see that T-6. That's the T-6 I flew into. That's the one that almost fucking, I thought I was going to die. Backfire. But, yeah. That's one of the Mustangs that lives at Hollister. I got to ride in that, too. That thing, that was fun flight.
I think that's one of the cool things about us flying in Livermore. We get to see lots of Mustangs. P-51s.
Half Moon Bay, too, because Eddie Adrini's whole squad of planes in Half Moon Bay. When it's VFR.
See the P-51s. There's the Thunder Mustang that comes regularly. You see all those airplanes that do those sharp turns and stuff right over us. It's just really cool.
Message deleted by the Google moderator team.
Huh?
Fred Barron.
Who said that?
Fred Barron.
What?
Message deleted by a Google moderator team.
What?
What'd you do, Ray?
Where does it say that?
I have it on my phone. I watched the chat.
I have to look it up. I have to look it up somewhere else.
But deleted by.
Where did it say that?
I'm watching the chat on my phone.
I'm looking now too, but I don't see it.
Just probably scroll up a little bit. Yeah, the P-51 whistle's amazing, Barry. It's when they're in that kind of angle where the air is rippling through the guns. That's what makes the whistle, believe it or not, is the guns, the gun holes.
It's the gun, the gun channels, whatever you call them. So all guys, I'm adding moderators that weren't there. I'm trying to look. I don't see where it says that. Who said it?
Fred Barron said his message got deleted or something. May have been a typo.
Well, that's weird. Oh. Google moderator? Who's a Google moderator?
Ray's on to
There ain't
something.
no Google moderators on here. There ain't no Google moderators on her. Anyway, whatever. We're on.
The T-28 ride I did recently too. That was really fun. That was amazing. I got to fly. I got to do aerobatics. That was fun.
Those things have such a weird sound. It's like they stutter. It's a weird sound.
But yeah, I went up with Sherman Smoot. He flies one of the Sea Furies in Reno, and then he also used to fly that Yak 11 Checkmate, the blue and silver one. But yeah,
is that thing around?
I don't even know where it is.
Yeah, I know Google owns YouTube, but I didn't expect Google to be a moderator on my dang page. That's just weird.
Kenny, what's sleep? What's that overrated? Sleep is overrated. Although I'm a kid in school, so I'm kind of.
Why is a Google moderator on my page? I don't understand that. That's just weird. Whatever. I don't even know what he said. That's muy extraño. I don't understand what's going on. I wish they'd be there to censor the.
Live in Hollister.
I wish they'd be there to censor the people that post that stupid porn stuff.
Oh my god, I hate that.
It says, "Have good time with girls here." Clink. Whatever. Go to number 23, 023. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Anyway.
Or at.
So, what else aviation related are you going to talk about? Actually, the first place I saw a MiG-17 was at Moffett Field. It was a Red Bull plane back then. No, it wasn't Red Bull. Was it Red Bull? No, it wasn't Red Bull. It was something else. Yeah, it was Red Bull. I remember.
Yeah, about the Reno. It really sucks that they're not flying the Mustangs anymore. The Strega and Voodoo.
Pilot Ryan Media, what is happening, my friend? Yeah, Randy, that's weird. I don't know where the hell it's coming from. I haven't even seen it. I didn't even see where it said deleted by. That's weird.
What's up, Pilot Ryan?
So, what else y'all wants to talk about? Anything else going on in the RC world that we haven't covered?
I'm looking at airplanes, guys. So I'm not going full extra chromosome mode. I'm just looking at my airplanes.
That's already there. Don't look at the fan.
Huh?
Said don't look at the fan.
Stop. Why did I bring that up?
Hey, you do it to me all the time.
That was bad. That's when I went full extra chromosome mode. My mom actually thought, I was extra chromosome when I was born. You know how much maintenance the P-51? Oh, dude.
Yes, a lot.
A lot.
I forget how much per hour it is to run one of those things.
Oh, dude, it's
And
like
then you have
many thousands of dollars.
and then
Oh yeah, so that
and
guy that
then, and then you
so the guy Sal Rubina who owns Grim Reaper, so he has that P-51, that L-39 I posted. He that's his plane too, and he also has a a CJ-1? I forget. It's a Cessna Citation. So and he's getting a hangar built at Hollister. Dude, he just bought like some sort of MiG. He bought another Russian fighter jet, and everybody's thinking it's a MiG. So he bought a fourth plane, and everybody's thinking they're thinking it's a MiG-17, but I don't know. See what he bought. Be cool to see what he bought.
Nathaniel Pulling, you're asking how long it takes to make a fire booty. Depends. If I don't make any of the components ahead of time and I do it all, which is making the adapter for the battery, getting the ESC prepared, cutting and soldering and all that other stuff. If I do all of that without having anything pre-made, it takes about a half hour. If I go through and I spend a few days getting parts set up, I can have as many as basically 4 setups done in an hour if I have all the parts pre-made. But since I've been selling so much of them lately, it's been hard to keep caught up. So I've been doing parts that I can, and that's it. So yeah, we have Nate and I got some really good footage of the F-35s. We've been doing some pretty good formation with those planes. Wife got some cool pictures that actually look like that one. Nate, I don't know if you saw that picture. Remember when they're in Star Wars Canyon and they show the pictures of the F-35s coming, where there's one really close and the other one's behind coming up?
Yeah, yeah.
She took a picture of ours that looked like that.
Yeah, no. Mine's coming right at the camera, and yours is coming around and turn like to get behind me.
Right. Yeah, and then the one where we're taking off, we just taken off. One of us is turning with the burner showing, and then the other one's close with the burner showing. It's pretty cool.
Send me all those.
I did. Didn't I send you the whole thing?
I don't think you didn't send me the whole slideshow.
It's a whole gallery of over 100 pictures.
I didn't get them.
She took over 500 pictures. Not all of them worked, but yeah. Alan Gentry, they used to have a plane that would come over here, the P-51 that would come here. If you wanted a full hour ride, it was, what the hell plane is that coming in? If you wanted the whole hour ride, it was $3,500. A half hour ride was $1,800. Yeah. And it was going every hour. So there were a lot of people paying for it.
Time remaining.
Hey, Air Marshal, I'm curious as to how those NX radios turn out. If they turn out good, I might get one. I've had my DX9 for a long time, and it's been very reliable. So, if they end up working out pretty good, I might get one.
Throttle cut.
Dude, that's bright.
That's the low setting. That's a dead pack too.
Oh God, yeah. Yep, they're even bright when they're fully charged. Yeah, and your gear works every time. Okay, that's loud. RC Air Marshal, I can't imagine it being bad either, but the DX18, when it first came out, it had issues. And I think the DX9, when it first came out, it had issues. So I always just wait a little bit. I always wait at least 6 months. 6 months of it being out. And if I've heard really good reviews, then I'll get it.
I should fly the F-30. I should fly the F-35 with that much aileron throw.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if you guys ever saw this. There's this. Let me see if I can find it. There is this. If you love airplanes and if you love airplane videos, there is this guy in Japan that does videos for the JASDF, and he shows all the videos. They're gonna have the F-35 soon, but he has videos of the F-4, the F-2, which is like an F-16 but not quite, and all the Air Force from over there in Japan. These are some of the best videos you will ever see. Let me see if I can find it and share it. They are amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. This is just one that was just recently posted.
You know,
If you get it,
is this
the guy's name is 1-300. Yes, that too. Dude, we're still at 30 people. It's awesome.
This is still like one of my favorite planes to fly. I love it. It's that kind of. It's always going to come with me. I love it.
And that's kind of the way mine is now too. I didn't think that I'd like it as much. I was going to sell it, but then, now that Nate has his,
now it's because you let me fly yours.
I'm keeping it. Yeah. Well, then you got one, and now I have a reason to hold on.
That was so funny when I.
So Ryan, that's good to hear. The NX6.
I almost crashed.
I wish it would have given you problems with the. I wish it would have given you problems with the dang loose gyro. Trying to make it seem like I didn't know how to land.
I never said that. I was giving you shit. I knew something was wrong.
But Pilot Ryan, good to hear that NX6 is working good. I think a couple other people have it too. I just always wait 6 months because I don't want to be one of their beta testers.
My DX9 is fairly new. I had the original DX9 and my potentiometer gave out, so I just got a DX9 Black. But once this DX9 Black gives up, I think I'm gonna get an NX10. And by the time this one gives up, the NX10 will for sure be perfected. And the NX10 will be nice because the reason why my original DX10 failed was the potentiometers, but the NX10 has Hall effect gimbals, so don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And it's nice. I like
gimbals.
The IX-12 was cool, like the color screen, but I hate the touchscreen. I like how the NX radios, it's a color screen, but it's the buttons. Simple.
So yeah, I just posted one of those videos, but let me post the whole this guy's profile, because Japan uses F-15s. It's not an F-16. It's called an F-2, but it looks a lot like an F-16. An F-2. They use the F-4s. They're using them for just a little bit longer before they're phased out for the new F-35. But go watch this guy's videos. You could sit there for hours and watch these videos. They are absolutely amazing. The F-4s that they use over there, they have the newest top-of-the-line engines, and they're crazy, crazy clean and loud. It's just awesome. Watch those videos. If you like aviation, you will thank me later after watching those videos. They are amazing. Simply amazing.
Simply amazing. That's the next.
So yeah, yes.
Simply amazing. Right there.
Pilot Ryan, I've got my eyes on the NX10. Probably even an IX-12, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
No. NX10. It's cheaper and it's more simple.
Possibly.
The IX-12 is cool, but it's kind of like doesn't turn me on.
The Lee Davidson saying the F2 is either a single seater or a two-seater. It's not an F-16, but it's based on an F-16. It uses the same engine, looks a lot like it, but it's different. It's bigger. It's really cool, really good looking plane. But go watch that guy's videos. They are nothing short of amazing. If you have a big TV, big screen TV, and a good stereo. My wife even sat and watched it, put it that way. So it's cool. Good stuff. It's good stuff.
GOONIAC 33.
Oh yeah, you got a shirt.
I don't wear it though. It's kind of tight. It fits me, but it's like tight on the sleeves, so I don't wear it as much.
So yeah, also guys, if you like general aviation, I have to make an actual playlist for my full-scale aviation. I've done a few videos. There are compilations of all the little clips that I've taken of stuff flying over my house. You know what? Let me see if I can find one.
I'll have to do.
But
I'll have to do.
if you,
I'll have to do. You know what I'll do is when I after I solo, I'll make like a cool video and you can premiere it on the channel. I'll make like a cool full-scale video.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, I've done a compilation video of the fighters and the transport type planes that have flown over my house. I'm gonna see if I can find a link. I haven't put them in a freaking playlist, which I should do. But I'll post one. Let's see if I can find the home, because there's a couple videos
Let me see
that have full-scale stuff. That's pretty cool.
Let me see if this controller is better. I might put it in the third class.
So here's one of the videos that I have done. This is a full-scale fighter planes flying over. And then there's another one that's transports. There's the transports. But if you like aviation, I try to post a little bit of everything. My Instagram page has more. But if I get stuff flying over, which, I mean, it's been happening all evening even, I'll try to take some videos. I need to get a better phone or just a better camera for it to take pictures. Let's see. So yeah, those are the videos I just pasted up there. Are some of the full-scale stuff.
I have this cool orange receiver. I should use this in something. This is a nice receiver. I got this. This guy gave me this plane, but it had this receiver, and it's a 9-channel telemetry orange receiver with long antennas. I guess this one's pretty good. I might put it in something. We'll see. I have a bunch of AR-636s for planes, like E-fly planes. But they're like the 636s that come with planes, so you gotta like unlock them and reprogram them. But I need to sell those. Get some money.
Well, okay, so we've started dipping in views, so I think we need to get going.
Okay.
But I need to get going. Yes, Jelonius, we will talk about the MiG, because it does need to go. But thanks to all of you for hanging out with us. We've been at this for almost 2 hours, and we've been at hovering over 30 views. I mean 30 people for most of that time. So very much appreciated. Wifey's just saying hi right now.
Hi, Julie. Thank you for the ride home on Sunday again. That worked out great.
She said you're welcome. And yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys. If you have any questions about anything, or if you want burners or whatever. That's my email right there. If you guys want to get a hold of me, I know Caleb sent me an email.
Yep, Dave. I know exactly where to go.
Yeah. And RC Air Marshal is the man for that.
I'll buy the programming cable and I'll get a few of them programmed and throw them in some planes.
There she is. She's saying bye to y'all. Barry Campbell said hi to you. But thanks for letting us jibber jabber and yammer our jaws the whole all evening. I was sitting here wondering what we were going to talk about, and 2 hours later, we're still talking. So
I remember our first show we went for 2.5 hours.
Was it that long?
It was the formation ship video.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, which we should I'm trying to get my buddy CTP watcher. He's a spotter. He's got a really good camera. Maybe he could film us doing some formation one of these days. I have to get a hold of him though. Anyway, gonna go. Adios. I got to get some rest of this burnage stuff done, and I will talk to y'all later.
Good night, fellas.
Good
See you, Dave.
good flying over the weekend, Nate, and we will talk later.
All right.
Good night, y'all.
Dave Marshall. See you later. See you guys.